So that's just an example of a company that we were just discussing earlier that would qualify for what's called the Work Opportunity Tax Credit. That program has been around for probably about 30 years.
This is a federal program.
It's a federal program, correct.
Still on the books.
Still on the books. Still on the books. It'll be interesting to see with the new administration what they're going to do with some of I think they're called the SNAP programs. And remember, when I say I think, this is something that I have to verify with my team, but it'll be interesting to see what the new administration does with the SNAP program. But still, if you hire a veteran, there's a good likelihood that you're going to qualify. The program's been around for 3 decades. So that's just an example of one of the programs that if we had a discussion with somebody, we'd let them know that that's a program they should be pursuing. So if you look at it, it's a federal dollar-for-dollar tax credit. You hire 2 people, you could reduce your federal tax liability by up to about $18,000 to $20,000 just by screening your applicants to see if they qualify. So that's a really, really good example of why it's important to have that discussion. You may come to me, Mario, and say, hey, we've got a manufacturing company that's a client of yours or a mutual friend or an acquaintance. Manufacturers, that's kind of the king of incentives. Why? Because the CapEx is very heavy. They typically pay a little bit more than, for example, an entry-level position.
Okay.
They're probably going to employ north of 25 to 30 people. And most states have set it up that they want to attract manufacturing to their, what we call, locality. So manufacturers almost always qualify for incentives, whether it's a capital investment credit. So if they invest a certain amount in CapEx, they'll get a percentage of that. It could be that they qualify for the research and development credit. Almost all manufacturers qualify for that. That's a federal program. But then states have piggyback programs that will allow you to qualify at the federal and state level. So I don't want to go into too deep. The point is, if you're a manufacturer, you're almost 95% chance that you're going to qualify for something.
And surely they probably have that understanding, right? I mean, they're looking that community probably knows to look into these incentives, whether it be at the county level to avoid property tax or whatever else. I mean, are you running across any people that are like, no idea?
Yeah, I just met the other day with a company that's pretty large. I'm going to say they're probably about $50-60 million in revenue. So I consider that, above mid-sized company.
Sure.
He had heard about programs like this. He had spoken with some of the state agencies, but to a CFO and a CEO, they're almost like, okay, too good to be true, or the paperwork's going to be too burdensome. So that's a good example of somebody that maybe on the peripheral, I'm sure somewhere he's heard, but then it's the company's ability to slow down,